ChicagoHoops.com here with class of 2014 center Jahlil Okafor, Whitney Young. Just had a big win against Bennett. Talk about the matchup going up against Sean O'Mara, a player of similar size. No one's quite as big as you, but somewhat similar size. What was the matchup like?
It was a lot of fun. I think playing against Sean O'Mara made me work, a lot more on the defensive end. But, I had a lot of fun playing against him. I've been playing against him since 8th grade, so it was a lot of fun playing against him tonight.
Okay, and then you guys just captured the CPS title. What was it like to go through all the tough teams in the city and come out on top?
That was great. It was that was one of our goals at the beginning of the year. So when you achieve one of the two goals that you set, it was just a great feeling. So we just know we have one more goal, and that's the state championship.
Okay. Talk about how your game's come along this year as a junior. Saw a lot of development between sophomore and junior year this summer as far as running the court, more athletic. What are some of the other areas you think you've improved during the high school season?
The one thing I think I've improved on is something that my coaches told me to focus on is actually being more of a defensive presence on the defensive side. So with blocking shots and talking and helping my teammates out on defense. So that's the thing I think I have improved on the most this year with, like you said, running the floor.
Okay. Now, what's it like? You're getting, you've always been known in Chicago, the top player here, but you're getting a lot of national notoriety with, a blog of your own and being named #1 player in the country now by several publications. What's it like dealing with all that national attention?
It's a lot of fun. Playing the sport that I love, you always want to be on top. So, but my approach is the same. It's just, I just want to keep getting better. The only thing that's different about me being on top is just the bullseye on my back. So I'm going to just continue to do what I'm doing and just keep improving.
Okay. What's going on with recruiting right now?
What do you mean?
As far as you talking to any schools a lot or kind of what's going on there?
I talked to a lot of the coaches. Most of it slowed down since the college basketball season started, and they're about to run into March Madness coming up soon. So I haven't heard from as many as I did over the summer, but I still talk to a couple coaches.
Okay, who are some of the ones that you stay in contact with the most?
Coach Izzo, I talk to him often. Thad Matter from Ohio State. All their assistant coaches, Coach Bowles, Baylor. They stay in contact with me often. Kansas, and Arizona also. Those are the schools I think that has recently contacted me.
Okay. Now, any visits you planning to take in the spring once high school season ends and AAU kind of kicks off?
Not really. I think once the season ends, there is one visit I plan on taking to Michigan State. Coach Izzo's been on my back about getting down there, so I love that guy. So I'm definitely going to get down there once the season ends. Okay.
And lastly, what about a timetable? When would you ultimately like to make your decision?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Me and my dad were talking about that with Tyus Jones. So I'm not sure. I might want to do it, before my season starts to get it over with, or I might want to take my time and wait till after the season, so of next year. So I'm not sure yet.
Okay. And then what about that with Tyus Jones? You definitely want to play together?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. This has been ChicagoHoops.com here with class of 2014 center.